What's good, Survivor Thrivers? You already know who it is. Authentically me, Regina B, in case you're new to the channel. Whew! 14 weeks to half. Run day 2. Done. I did the Nike guided run. It was 15 minutes long. And it was, I'll do a screen recording, but it was like 14 weeks till the half. So it was like the kickoff guided run for their 14-week training plan. And I decided to come to one of my favorite parks, Loose Park. And I dropped my husband off at work. Children are at home. And I wanted a me moment at this beautiful park. I have walked here. I have ran here. I have brought all of my babies here in a stroller or while I was pregnant with them, never realizing all those years ago that the women and men that I would look at so envious or motivated by so many years later, it would be me running this loop. All the prayers I've said as I have walked this trail, all the dreams I've had, all the sadness that I've had was was right here. All the fears that I've had was here. And just look at how beautiful this is. Hold on, I'm gonna pause and take a picture. Okay, I just snapped a couple of photographs. My me moment is officially over. My son just called me and he's like, "Where are you at? I thought you were gonna drop daddy off." And I did drop him off. And I came and I did what I wanted to do in this life of mine, this life journey, which was I came out here and I wanted to do 2 loops. 15 minutes listening to the guided run and then 15 minutes of just running to total out to 30 minutes. But you know me, I was so close to a 5K effort that I had to push myself and go a little bit further. And now I'm just walking back to the car. But yeah, so 14 weeks until half marathon, run day 2 for me, because yesterday was my long run and today was just a recovery run. That's my sweat. And like I said, I did a guided run and it was great just listening to him. He's basically saying that yes, Nike Run Club app coaches will be there. There's a guided run for like everything that they want you to do, but you are your best coach. And he lets you practice that when he goes silent. And so for me, my running form is pretty good. Like my shoulders are usually squaring down. It's really my head. I have to remember to keep a neutral head so that I can keep a neutral spine in my neck. So I'm not straining, because I tend to run like this. And it could be a combination of when I get tired, as well as, look at this. Stop and smell the roses. Ah, it smells wonderful. And also me just looking ahead and enjoying the clouds and enjoying the trees and the scenery. So I really have to tell myself to not look too far ahead and to keep my head neutral, chin down, slightly pushed out from the chest, and not looking too far ahead, especially on those hill pushes. Like you don't want to be, unless that's something that motivates you, but for me, staring at the top of the hill makes my brain go into those thoughts of like, how much longer? Whereas if I kind of clock it and I'm like, okay, I know I gotta heal, but I acknowledge I gotta heal, and then I just look a few feet ahead of me, and that helps me keep my chin slightly tucked and leading my chest. But yeah, I'm glad I did it. Like, I had some mom guilt because my son does have to be at work at 11, and it's like 11:41, but he told me he had a ride, and then I was going to be home. Like, by the time he was transitioning on his way to work, I would have been home. So, you know, I would have been there to be able to watch the girls. But as far as like him getting there early or whatever, So I called him before I started and just said, you know, are you gonna wait for me to go to work, or do you have a ride? And he ended up having a ride. But of course, as soon as I'm done, life comes calling. And he's like, where are you? I thought you were coming straight home. So, but before I was feeling guilty, like, well, should I? I just really wanted to come to Loose Park. There was some hills that I haven't run outdoors in a while. And this trail is safe. And it's like in the open, but tucked away. It has a beautiful rose garden, some pine trees that you can smell the beautifulness. Some good incline pushes, some good downhill pushes. And then I wanted to really work on keeping my pace really low. Not getting too excited, not feeling like I gotta go faster because, you know, people are watching or whatever. And I was able to do that. I think I ended up at like 11. Which on the pace chart, that's what it says I'm supposed to be at. My legs feel great. I'm glad that I have this little bit of a walk to the car so that I'm not just, you know, doing a easy effort, a recovery effort, and then just immediately sitting down for like 15 minutes to get home. So I've been walking now for about 12 minutes. By the time I get to the car, it'll probably be like 15, 16 minute. Nice little cool down. I'll definitely do some yoga when I get home. You know, they said that it was like in the 80s, but honestly, it feels great outside. Like, it could be in the 80s, but it's a nice breeze and it's some cloud cover, so I'm not getting burnt out. I'm really proud of myself because I didn't let those thoughts of like other people's perceptions slow me down or weigh me down. I just did my thing. I focused on my form. I focused on really considering like how I'm feeling. I checked the pace a couple of times and I was like at 11. And so that's where we'll be. And so when I do like a speed run, either, you know, like an interval one or a fartlek, that's when I'll focus on like having a quicker pace, like, you know, being in the 9s or something like that. But I'm glad I got out here and did it. I'm glad that obviously with the work that I've done with cognitive behavioral therapy, I was able to acknowledge that I was feeling guilty about wanting to come out here and run really quick before I went back to my duties. And just acknowledge it. And there's nothing to feel guilty about. Like, I'm about to head home. I'm about to be mom for the rest of the day. You know, this was just literally like maybe an hour out of my day. And then if I do some yoga, it'll probably be with my children, which I will do yoga. But it'll be with the girls, mommy and daughter yoga. So we'll be spending that quality time. I plan on taking them to the zoo today, just because it's I feel like it's a good day to go to the zoo because it's cloudy. And so the sun is not going to be like beaming down on us. But yeah, so we're getting into it. We're getting done. I'm feeling pumped. I'm feeling positive. Like I said, I was able to put some of those practices in that we learned from cognitive behavioral therapy. You know, me getting out here and getting a run in is positive, not only for me, but for my family. It's good for my spirit, it's good for my mental, and it's good for my physical. So I did something positive, and yeah, I had to put my family on pause, you know, after dropping my husband off and, you know, everything like that. So, but now I'm going to get back into it. I'm going to get back into one of my roles that I play in this journey of my life, which is being a mom. But yeah, get out there, get after it. Base your runs on feel, not on numbers. That is what we're working on in this journey for me. Not worrying about the numbers, even though I spoke about the numbers just a second ago. But just not worrying about it. Not looking at the clock and being like, oh, you're at 11. You need to go hard down this hill to at least drop to 10:30. Like, no. Just do this recovery run. You know, put in your best practices and, you know, try to do that. So run day 2 is done. We got our long run done, and we have one of our recovery runs done. So we got basically 2 more recovery runs to cover, and then we have 2 speed intervals to do. So yeah, feeling good, feeling great. I'll see you guys on another day. Peace.